Well, hello everyone and welcome to Doctor Who Season 2, Episode 7. Last time we had a really fun episode where we got to explore a song contest with a bunch of cool side characters, and I like that quite a lot. But now we're finally onto what I assume has to be the two-part finale to this season. I'm very excited. Let's start. I'm assuming that's going to be the Doctor, some important character. They're hooded. I guess it could be the Rani as well. Oh my god. Okay, reality distortion. This is interesting. Oh my god. See, I don't know anything about the Rani. Could she always do this? This is kind of crazy. Oh my goodness. Okay. Are they in a TV show? What is this?
Oh, this is nice. You and me.
One Division.
And Africa.
Is that the guy
Venezuela,
from
and Missouri,
the fake
and New
news
Zealand.
episode?
That's my...
Oh, it is. Conrad, that's right. Okay, so I guess we're in a fake world with a bunch of callbacks to previous episodes. All the people that the Rani's been collecting, I suppose. Millie Gibson, oh my goodness. Exciting. We love Ruby. Oh, that's the girl from the Barber episode, isn't it? I just realized. From the Space Babies episode as well. That's what people were saying. This is giving like Forest of the Dead vibes. Like a fake Wish world. Is Donna gonna be in this? I feel like she'd fit in with callbacks and stuff. Jesus. Goddamn Founding Titan. Holy. Very live to land as well, right? Or pyramids at the end of the earth.
Happy morning.
Oh my god. Susan Triad.
Just give us a shout if you need it.
We're just bringing every character, my goodness.
Thank you very much. It might be a public
Where's the
holiday on
links?
May 24th.
Thought you'd be saving her.
Oh my
She's
god.
way out. No, I'm just you're a man.
Oh
Can
god.
you find another man beautiful?
This is crazy. Jesus.
Good little wife and good little mother.
My god.
Brad says that.
They're all aware that...
Doubt something.
Yeah, they're all aware of the slips, but they're not aware of the reality? What's happening? Wonder what a slip means to them. Like doubting reality is a slip, and people know not to do that because it results in terrors or something. Terrible things happening.
It must be from April 24th.
Was she in a plane? What is that? A hover scooter? Uh-oh. Alright, that scale fell way off for the landing. Whoa, I like the fingers. This is cool.
You're worn out.
So he's keeping the world together. He's literally constructing reality through his, like,
Would I lie?
mind or something? Which is probably what he's always wanted.
That's why we...
Who is it?
All he does is chuckle.
Jesus. So it's
amazing.
some god, I guess.
Isn't he?
Okay, this is interesting. So the Rani got her power from taking or stealing it from the gods, I suppose. Wonder why she backs down to the new Rani.
At 30. We'll find him. The one who is lost.
What does that mean?
Then the great work.
Who are they looking for? Is it a god? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, alright, I thought they were all dead.
You keep having doubts about the world, but why?
73 yards. Yep.
To wake. And the
Susan.
doctor said, "You hear me? Haven't got much time. They're coming.
Who is
This
this?
whole dimension is sliding into the pit.
Oh, the guy
I'm gonna
from
survive. Thank you for that.
Rogue? Was that his name?
But I have
People be doubting. I guess mainly the Doctor at this point. Music's great.
Hello?
Alright, this feels like the biggest part one of a two-parter of all time. There's absolutely going to be two parts. A lot of setup in this.
The plan is for Conrad to leave the Bone Palace, and then once he's outside...
That's all I need.
Why would he leave?
Me.
People
Conrad,
working
if I could
with
look
him
him
could
in the
leave,
eye.
right? If you've doubted enough, then you can step over it. Is that what's happening? Maybe they're actually not working against the Doctor? Do they want to work with the Doctor? Is that what's happening here? But they need to make him break out of this illusion himself?
I can't let you in. I don't trust you for a single second. But look.
He could be pretending.
The God of Wishes could have infinite power, or we'd be drowning in a universe of breast.
Why can she break the fourth wall? Why did the world explode? What's the goal? I don't understand.
You trapped inside the wish. Then a time
I like the music.
lost
Doubt, 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 doubt.
of reality itself. He is hidden.
Who? I don't know. Who could it be?
Omega.
Oh, Omega. I've heard this.
First Time Lord, the creator of the Time Lords.
Okay, this is another classic Who reference I don't know, but I've definitely heard the name. Jesus Christ. Alright, play the cliffhanger sound. That was interesting. If there's gonna be a preview? No, I guess not. Alright, so that was season 2, episode 7, Wish World, which is, I guess, part 1 of the part 2 or 2-part finale. That was an interesting episode. I guess my overall thought is that I think that was... I like the premise of the episode where you have a wish world that everyone is trapped in and doubts what's slowly cracking away at the world. I think it's interesting. I think it's Doctor Who, I feel like, has done this a few times before. Not necessarily the exact same thing, but I even referenced it in the reaction. I don't know if I included it in the actual reaction bit. Things like the Forest of the Dead or the Silence in the Library, like the girl Hal or whatever her name was, like being stuck in that world. You've got the pyramids at the end of the world and the Lie of the Land, where the Doctor is in the role of Conrad here, where he's kind of propagating information of the world about the way the world works, and like it kind of feels like, yeah, I've seen this stuff before, but I think it was done really well here. I like the aesthetic of the world. I like the fact that I do like the how scary it kind of is when someone breaks the norm, and it's like, oh no, like we gotta call them in. And I think the best example of like what was actually used was when the Doctor said, oh, you're like handsome or something like that. Or said the guy was attractive. It was like, well, you can't find men attractive. This is ridiculous. I like that. It was very scary and well done. So overall, that's what I think. Now there's good in this and there's bad in this, and I wrote like a few notes. So the idea of having this this pantheon, I guess we'll start with the good. Yeah, the idea of having this pantheon member being like a god basically and being a kid is, I think, really interesting. Because it lets it be controlled by the Rani, and I find that interesting. So I like that as a concept. I do like giving Conrad the absolute power. I think that's also pretty interesting, particularly to do with his character, because it shows like he is inherently a bad person and a hypocrite, because in his last episode, his introductory episode where we saw him, he was all about fighting against the people in power who were like shaping the world the way they want secretly, and he was really against those people. And here he is, when he is given the ultimate power, he is a hypocrite and he is shaping the world the way he wants it to be. So it's like, oh, it's like interesting. I like that kind of choice to give him the control of the world here. I like the idea of bringing back all these past characters from the past 2 seasons of this new era all into one episode. It makes it feel much more grand than it would be otherwise, I think. And it also feels very reminiscent of like the first Russell T Davies run, like those kind of conclusions to the arcs, especially I guess Parting of the Ways and Journey's End and all that, where it's like, oh, all these characters that were like important, they're all like coming back, and well, not necessarily even important, but like all these characters from the past all come together and they all have like little moments where they're talking and stuff, and it's like, oh, this is cute. So I like that. And I guess just Ruby being in this, I love Ruby a lot. I think I've said this enough, and every time she gets brought up, I think she's really good. I like Ruby as a companion. And she was in this, and she's a bigger part than Belinda, honestly. So yeah, that was really good. But yeah, beyond that, like beyond these like things that I'm picking out of like, oh, I like this and this and this, like individually, I think as a whole, it kind of like, it feels weird. And I guess this gets to the more like bad or like unsure really what I think about things, and we'll have to see where the finale goes, because the first thing is that this basically felt like a complete setup episode where we're like establishing this world with these rules, and we're seeing the Doctor's place in it and how the Rani interacts with it. I guess I didn't even mention the Rani. I guess we'll talk about it when we get to Omega and all that bit. We're basically setting up this entire world. And it's an interesting world, and the rules are interesting, and the dynamics between all these characters are interesting, and the Rani's place in this world, it's all interesting stuff. But then it all gets like thrown away at the end. And I don't mean thrown away as in it's like, oh, we got like, oh, like it's a shame it got wasted. I mean it got thrown away in that like, I'm not really invested in the next episode anymore. Like I truly have no idea. Like the world that we established and I was kind of interested in is now gone. And the new interest is like, oh, Omega, we're like summoning Omega. And it feels weird on multiple levels. One is that, like, for me personally, I'm like, oh, I don't know anything about Omega. Like, I've heard the name before, and they said it's like the first Time Lord or something. Really, that doesn't really do much to me. Like, I'm not like, oh, I'm really interested in, like, seeing the first Time Lord. Like, that's something I'm interested in. Unless it'll tie into, like, the Doctor's backstory with whatever, the what was it called? The Lost Child? I don't remember what it's called. The Timeless Child. Like, if it ties in all that, that'll be kind of interesting, I guess. But I don't really like Omega as a concept. I'm not really interested in. So it kind of feels like, yeah, they like set up this whole world and like dismissed it for like, it was kind of like, oh, we're like, this is what you think the story is going to be about. But in the end, it's like a red herring. We're actually bringing back Omega. And I'm like, I don't really care about it. The second reason, like, Omega is kind of a weird thing is that it's like, I feel like at this point, we've rebooted the show for a reason. I personally would never have rebooted this. Like, I would have just kept it as like, okay, we're going to continue on with the past. Like, we're going to regenerate from the, the 15th, 14th Doctor, and we're going to bi-generate and turn into the Shutigatwa Doctor, and we're going to continue on. But no, we decided, like, Disney or whoever decided to label this, like, seasons 1 and 2, and it felt like, oh, we're, like, soft rebooting, you know? We're not going to refer to, like, all these old things as much anymore, and it just feels like, why would you, like, then focus the entirety of, like, the appeal of this final episode on, like, a character that I feel like, if I'm a pretty big Doctor Who fan. I'm not the biggest in the world, of course, but I'm a pretty big fan. And the Rani, sure, whatever. Everyone always talks about the Rani, and like I don't really know much about her, but I've heard about her a lot, and obviously everyone's excited because, oh my god, it's been so long, and everyone always thinks it's her, and she's coming back. Omega is like, it's like nothing like that. I'm like, it's a name I vaguely heard, and I don't know anything about it. Like maybe I'm the disconnect here. Maybe Omega's like a big thing that everyone's looking forward to, and it's like, oh my god, I can't believe this. They're bringing this character in, but I don't know. So it feels weird that they'd like focus the finale on this. Anyway, that's one thing. The setup is like, it was there, now it's gone, and I'm like, oh, I have no real investment in like the next one. Like, I don't know where this is going. I'm curious to see like a preview, or maybe watch the original trailers and see like what footage we still haven't seen yet, because I'm not sure where this is going at all. Yeah. The second kind of thing I'm unsure about is, again, continuing. I understand the Rani now has control over reality through this like Pantheon baby that she found. That's interesting. But how did she get her like reality bending powers initially? Like when she was like turning the mother into flowers or whatever, and turning the people into ducks and the guy into an owl. How did she get those powers? Or is that something the Rani has always been able to do? I don't know much. In fairness, I don't know a single thing about the Rani besides like they're a Time Lord. But yeah, like how does that happen? And then more importantly, the thing I'm more interested in, because it retroactively like I'm hoping it'll like tie into the last season, which I liked a lot. How is Mrs. Flood and the Rani here? How were they able to break the fourth wall? And what does that have to do with anything? Or is it just like a quirky, like, oh, we're the Rani, we're like doing a fourth wall nod, and it's, I was hoping that it would at least be tied into like something satisfactory. I guess we'll see next episode if we get like some resolution of that, but nothing here really hinted at that. Yeah, because one of my favorite scenes from last season was the final scene of Mrs. Flood walking on the roof and being like, oh, you're probably wondering where his story goes. I'll have you know it ends in absolute terror. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so interested in this. Why is she breaking the fourth wall? Why is she like telling us where the story is going? How does she know the future? And it's like, oh, like, I guess that was all just like hype for like hype's sake, and it didn't really go anywhere. I don't know. I guess I'm still a little optimistic. We'll see where next episode goes, but it's a little disappointing in that regard. But yeah, and I guess the final thing I wasn't too interested in was the storyline with the disabled people, like as a concept. I guess I personally, I'm not disabled, so I guess maybe it's like not for me. Maybe it's like a different audience to kind of get more from that. But I don't know. To me, I was like, oh, okay, this is fine. I guess I'll see where it goes, but I wasn't very invested in that much at all, that storyline. But yeah, this was a mixed episode. Kind of like this entire season, which is really surprising because for me, the previous season, I love that. I would have given it like a 4 out of 5, maybe even a 5 out of 5. I really liked last season. But this one they're doing weird things, okay? And I guess maybe the finale will tie it all together, but I do doubt it. But anyway, see you next time.